Hey guys, we were having a lot of like sound and video, like a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are back. This is the Indie Spotlight special. Indie Spotlight Thursdays. Indie Spotlight Philly Thursdays. Excuse me, got a little jumbled. And we have on actor and stand-up comedian Noel Reyna, and I'm hoping that it connects right this time. So that we can hear him and do our interview. Oh, there you go again. Okay.
Hey,
Hi.
is it any better?
It isn't, but let's just do it. I'll try to. You're gonna see a lot of business close up, so be listening.
Okay,
Basically,
I'll try to put
you'll see
my
a lot
my
of my
face.
ear. Just
I'll try to put my face a little closer to the microphone. So, first, like I said, I always tell you thank you for coming on and thank you for being very reachable. So, where are you from originally?
originally, I am from Mission, Texas, the Valley in South Texas. I've actually lived in New Jersey for several years, in a good part of my life, and now I currently reside in Southern California.
Awesome, awesome, right? All the way from the West Coast. I put your name in wrong. Let me pin your name to the bottom. And also, where can people find you at on social media?
Where they can find me at online.
Yeah, yeah. Where can they find you
Okay, yeah,
online?
they can follow me on via Instagram. I usually post up a lot of videos of my stand up as well as opportunities that I got coming up. They can find me at Noel underscore Reyna,
Mm-hmm.
NOEL underscore Reyna.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great, great, great. So now so how I seen you and how I know you is that I looked at the web series, The Book of Nimrod. That's when I seen you. So like, I definitely know that you could definitely get in the character.
Oh,
Cause
yeah.
like, you're really, yeah, you're really like fun and stuff personality. You're really fun and stuff personality.
Yeah.
So I hope I'm close enough to the mic saying that. But yeah, I really really enjoyed the series, and I was just hoping that they had season two, but I don't know.
Okay, you're talking about the Book of Nimrod. That's iconic.
Yes, yes, I said I was hoping that they had a season two, but I really
Oh,
enjoyed
yes.
season one.
Unfortunately, we couldn't do season two. We started filming. We got a few episodes in, and it was going extremely well. We had an amazing storyline ready for the fans, and we were really excited to present it. But unfortunately, uh, the very talented writer and director, Miss Carla Morales, unfortunately, out of nowhere, passed away.
Oh, I'm
She
so
passed away,
sorry. I
which
didn't know that.
was very shocking. It was out of nowhere, and so we thought we could probably finish the project, but unfortunately, due to the family mourning as well as the daughter who just wanted to continue different projects, we couldn't finish the season two, unfortunately. But it was
Right.
an amazing cast, and everybody's doing their own thing. They're still performing, they're still acting, they're still chasing it. Just like everybody, um, every artist I know.
Awesome, awesome. So, do you have any merchandise for sale?
Merchandise, no, it's not about it, but I really didn't feel like, you know what, carry me around with you at all the time. I really did think. I mean, I like to stay with people and their memories as well as,
Mm-hmm.
I brought them laughter and joy as well as want them to remember it rather than just have a T-shirt of mine with my face on it. It's like I've seen comedians sell merch, everything from like bar soaps to towels to cups,
Wow.
CDs. But unfortunately, I just like, you know what? Just remember me, and you can always like try to find me that way. I really didn't want to sell any merch.
Wow, wow, okay. So tell me how long have you been doing stand-up comedy or been a comedian?
I have been doing stand up for about 13 years. 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Grinding. I've had, plateaus. I've reached highs and lows, just like every other comedian struggling out there. I started out in South Texas in 2008 at a place called the Thirsty Monkey. I
Wow.
was an opener for Mr. Raymond Orta, who is doing phenomenal work these days. as a comedian performer, but as much as I respected the man and much as I loved hearing the same jokes over and over again with him, killing crowds, I said, you know what, let me branch out and try to do my own thing. So that's when I headed to the East Coast, performed there, branched out, came up with some good material. As much as it was amazing riding those coattails of Mr. Raymond Orta, who is flying today, I said, let me just try to get my own coattails of somebody I can carry along too. But yeah, so for 13 years so far.
Oh,
And
wow.
now that things are picking up after COVID, getting a lot of offers to perform again, and it's really good to be back doing what I love.
That's awesome. So, do you have any upcoming events or like upcoming events or performances or
Well,
films or anything
if
like that?
you are in California, yes, I have several events coming up. The most recent one coming up right now is actually this evening at 11 p.m. in Riverside, California, at a place
Wow.
called Worthington's. That is actually a production of the Buddy System. The Buddy System comedy production crew has actually put together that show at Worthington's tonight at 11 p.m. But they do have a mic for people to practice and have a good time from around 8 to 10. But that's when the big heavy hitters that they book are performing around 11 o'clock. So it's a very late show. People call it the Gremlin Show, you know, after midnight. They'll feed you some comedy, pretty much.
Wow. And how difficult is it to actually do stand-up comedy?
Well, the thing is, anybody can pretty much get good at it. You just need practice and repetition and learn from it and want to adapt. But mind you, I started out as a stage actor before I became a stand-up comedian. So I transitioned to it pretty easily. Instead of me having dialogue with somebody else on stage, it's pretty much me coming up with all my own lines. Sometimes it's improvised. It's almost like the same exact thing. But yeah, you gotta be fearless. Public speaking is one of the most feared positions people can be in.
It
In a
could be.
eulogy, people would rather be the person in the box rather than the person talking.
Oh, wow, that's a good analogy because it's like some crowds are like really, oh, like
Oh yeah. Not that crowds before. Not hated on Philly, but Philly's given me the gauntlet before. Philly has given me the gauntlet when it comes to trying to entertain fans. Yeah,
oh.
they let you know that if you ain't funny, they'll try to get you off. But
Mm, mm.
fortunately, you know, my style of comedy is I make fun of myself anyway, so what do you have to say, you know?
Right. Well, yeah, that's like one of the biggest parts of like being funny. Like if you can't make fun of yourself, I don't think you might not be successful if you can't do that first. So have let me see. What is some of the best advice you would give to a person that is an up and coming actor or comedian or trying to be a stand up comedian or just trying to be an actor just in the entertainment industry?
You are going to hear no, yes. You're going to hear no more than yes. Everything. So the idea is to keep practicing, keep working on your craft, find out what you did wrong, find out what you can improve. So the best advice I can get to keep on grinding, to keep performing is to network and reach out to different areas. Get out of your comfort zone. That is one thing. I've had that issue for many years. I don't want to be out of my comfort zone when performing. So I like to be around familiar crowds, familiar people. But now I just started, let me try to perform or show my acting abilities to a different audience rather than just the ones I'm comfortable with. So the idea is to literally be fearless and try new things, even if you don't know anything about whatever it is you're auditioning for or whatever it is you're performing for. Try it. I performed at a retirement home, stand-up comedy. And believe me, I think they were more excited about the food cuts that they got than hearing me talk for a half hour about me being extremely young compared to them being old and retired. So I have to be honest. Mind you, I said, I gotta get out of this comfort zone. I gotta try this. It was a learning experience, so that I immediately came up with new material after that show because I just reached out. So the idea is for a new comedian, new performer, or new stage actor, just try everything and everything. learn from it, get the experience, get on stage as much as possible. Even if it's for 5 people, 500 people, it doesn't matter. Get on stage.
Yeah, yeah. You do really have to be proactive in your in an entertainment industry career, especially as being if you're going to be a stand-up comedian
Oh, yeah.
or even an
In
act,
order to
even
be a
actor.
really good comedian, you really have to just get the experience. So the idea is to find a microphone as often as possible, Mondays through Mondays, the whole week. Try to find a microphone. The more stage time you get, the more experience you get. And the idea is to write anything and anything down. If you think it was just kind of made you giggle a little bit, write it down. Eventually, you'll probably come
Mm.
back to it, and you can branch out to something amazing.
Yeah, yeah, right. And like you said, to try those new experiences because that's like inspiration for new material. I noticed that like you do have to be in the thick of it or actually do it so that you can constantly have be inspired and to make new material. That's even like with music too. So that's so cool. That's cool. Some good advice. So and due to what was happening with COVID and the whole shutdowns and the stopping of the events and everything that happened, it was really, really devastating to the entertainment industry. Where do you see like the future of it so far? Is a lot of things opening up where you are at? Because you're, like way up. Like I'm all the way in Philadelphia, PA, all the way on the East Coast, and you're all the way on the West Coast. So I just wonder what things are like over there.
Yeah, it really took a lot from entertainers.
Yeah.
COVID. I had several auditions lined up for stage. I was getting back on the stage again for Beauty and the Beast. To what else was there?
Oh wow.
Something Rotten. There was Freaky Friday. There was a lot of great stage plays, as well as Adam Family. They are amazing stage plays coming. And
Wow.
then, and like Tarzan the musical, I said, "Ooh, I'm a shoe in." But then COVID hit, and then I was like, "Man, I wonder what's gonna happen." And literally every entertainer I know, no stimulus check, no help from our government, no, they had to find legitimate jobs, but it was kind
Mm-hmm.
of hard due to COVID. So
Mm-hmm.
entertainers really got screwed over big time when it came to COVID uh, hitting us hard. I was told my manager gave me a call. I was like, "Hey, we gotta shut it down." It's Lady Boss Management. She was like, "We gotta shut it down for a few months." I'm like, "A few months should be good. Yeah, a few months, be all right." 15 months later,
Yeah.
yeah, I finally get back on stage. But mind you, I know a lot of comedians, especially female comedian friends, who actually had to run the route of OnlyFans in order to support themselves because
Wow.
the government wasn't going to help them, so they helped themselves.
Right?
Yeah, but hopefully things are coming back, and I'm going to be honest. I think they're going to come back stronger than ever. People were isolated, writing, coming up with new ideas. Uh, so you're going to see the entertainment world come up with some weird stuff, some weird but amazing artistic stuff. For example, Bo Burnham is special on Netflix. I have to give a shout out to that. It was amazing. It's called The Inside. Bo Burnham Inside. It was just him in this little studio apartment, and it was an hour and a half special in this one room. Written, directed, edited all by him. And it was so artistic and amazing, and it was so weird. Like that happened during COVID. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting a lot more entertainment to be like that.
Yeah. I think like everybody, all the entertainers and the actors and everybody in the entertainment industry went back and, like you said, got inspired and got new material, got some time alone, got time to get some really good stuff. So I'm really, really looking forward to a whole lot of good stuff. And hopefully like we'll see you like on tour and stuff, in the near future. And I'll be able to actually go and like see one of your shows live, even though I looked at a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff. And see you on like in more movies and stuff and series and stuff like that, hopefully.
Say that one more time.
I said, like, hopefully I see you in more, like, series, more movies,
Oh,
more
that was the
production.
goal. That's the reason why I came out to California, because performing in the East Coast, um, especially in New York City, Broadway Comedy Club, the Comic Strip Live, I get booked for these really great shows, but then uh, literally maybe a half hour, 20 minutes before I got on stage, I had to get bumped off. I get bumped off all the time. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I was like, oh, this other comedian's going to go instead of you tonight. I'm like, why? He's like, well, he was a dead body on CSI Miami for like 3 minutes on camera. But so I said, so he has camera time and movie time, so he can get
Hmm.
things. So I said, you know what? I got to go to California and try to get into TV, movies. So the stage plays I was auditioning for was literally a stepping stone to get to the TV series, because the California Theater of Performing Arts is a direct link to Los Angeles TV shows. So I was like, damn it, the second I was going to audition, COVID. So eventually I'm going to head back over there and try again, and eventually get on the TV series, and I will no longer be bumped. I will be doing the bumping.
Definitely, definitely. Well, so hopefully, yeah, I see you on some on like a TV series, maybe like I don't know. I
Yes,
thought like
hopefully
I
I
would
get on
see you like on
TV, some
Netflix
type
or
of
something.
series. If not, you can catch me under my OnlyFans. It is
I was about to say the links in the bio is that what everybody says, right?
like just a
So
lot
many
of
people
like.
have made OnlyFans. Hey, I'm not hating. So before I wrap up, before I wrap up the interview, is there anything else you wanted to add, Noel?
Not much. I'm just going to tell everybody we are a strong country. We are going to get past this. Wish everybody happiness, and like I always say to everybody, smile is good for you.
Well, that's some really, really, that's some good encouraging
It's on the
words.
back of my business card. Check it out.
You do. So you have a YouTube too, right?
Yes, you can find me on YouTube as well. Just comedian Noel Reyna, or just up in Noel
Uh-huh.
Reyna. And then I have several of my comedy clips out. Please check them
Yeah.
out, like them, subscribe to the page. If not, share them. I do very much like to show as many people as possible my comedy and stuff. So, go ahead.
Definitely. So we'll be looking out we'll be looking out for all your performances, especially on the West Coast in California, because that's where you're that's where you're residing in. But we'll also be looking out for things for you to put out announcements and stuff. We'll also be looking out for things like for you to put out announcements and stuff like that via on your Instagram. So
Yep,
you are
sounds
no so Noel Reyna on Facebook, on Instagram, and comedian Noel Reyna on YouTube. Great.
much. Yeah, that's it. All right, that was a good
All
one. It
right.
was a pleasure meeting you. Phenomenal day.
You too. Have an awesome day. Well, guys, we just wrapped up our interview with Noel Reyna, and I want to say thank you all for coming and watching. And you can also catch this interview on my YouTube page entitled The Indie Spotlight Philly. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.